Hello everyone. Very good morning all of you. So today we are going to start with new topic, that is GST. GST or VAT, both are same. And whatever the way we are configuring GST, in the same way we'll be configuring VAT also. Some countries they are using GST, some countries they are using VAT. Even in India till 2017 we were using VAT only. After then government of India has been changed VAT to GST. Okay. So now I'm talking about GST or VAT or taxes. Both are same only. So GST is two types. I'm talking about Indian GST. I'm taking example as Indian GST and I'm working on in the total class. Okay. GST is two types. One is input GST and another one is output GST. Input GST is for purchase. Output GST is for sales. Input GST is for purchase, output GST is for sales. Now coming to conditions in GST, we have three conditions. One is CGST, SGST, IGST. These are the three conditions in GST, both for input and output. Input CGST, input SGST, input IGST, output SGST, output CGST, output IGST. Like that, we have conditions. In India, we do have Union Territory GST also, but not required. So if you understand these three conditions, how it is functioning in SAP, in tomorrow, if Government of India is introducing new condition also, you can map it. Okay. In some countries, they have only one. They don't have these conditions. They have only input GST, output GST. That's it. Or some countries, input VAT, output VAT. That's it. Or input taxes, output taxes. Okay. But they will not call only taxes. They will call either VAT or they will call either GST. Now, since we are talking about India, tax rates in India. Coming to the tax rates in India, we have 0%, we have 3%, we have 5%, 12, 18, 28. These are the percentages that we are following in India. Can anyone tell me what is the purpose of 3% tax rate? What is the why in India for what product they are charging 3%? Example, nowadays gold rate is increasing. Nowadays gold rate is increasing. I think you are not buying gold. For gold only they are charging 3% jewelry. Okay. So that is one thing, 3%. 3% for gold. Just okay. Now, okay, we understood about types of GST, conditions of GST, tax rates in India. Clear? Next will be, I'll take two case studies, live scenarios. Scenario one, purchase of inventory for rupees 1 lakh. Purchase of inventory for rupees 1 lakh from vendor Reliance Industries at the rate of 5% GST within state. We are also in one state. Reliance Industries is also in the same state. Both are in same state. In this case, Inventory account will be debit. How much inventory? 1 lakh rupees. On inventory, GST should be calculated, right? So input CGST debit 2500, that is 2.5%. Input SGST debit 2500 to vendor account credit 1,05,000 rupees. Okay. This is the accounting entry. So normally what we were doing, we were not without taxes means inventory debit, vendor will be credit, but inventory value is 1 lakh, but we have to pay vendor with the taxes, right? So taxes is 5%, 5,000 rupees. So that taxes will go to this CGST, SGST. In India, what happen, if you are buying and selling within the same state, then 50% will go to the central government, 50% will go to the state government. That is called CGST, Central GST, SGST, State GST. GST full form, Goods and Service Tax. This is not only for goods and also for services. Clear? Fine. This is about GST. Next one, scenario 2. Purchase of inventory for rupees 1 lakh from Reliance Industries only for at the rate of 5% GST between the states, not within here, between the states. Between the states. Now, inventory will be 1 lakh. Instead of CGST, input IGST debit 5,000 to vendor account credit. This is the value. Total is going to the IGST. IGST is nothing but integrated GST. So this is how in India we are calculating taxes for within state and between the states. And in today's class, we are going to set up our system, and we are going to see the testing of what will happen if you are buying within the state, what will happen if you are buying between the states. We are going to see in today's class. If I wanted to show this to you, I have to do GST configurations. We have already given the soft copy, like what configurations we have to do for GST. Separate document we have prepared, and it is already uploaded in your drive. Now I will be showing you one by one configurations. I'll not go with the path. I'll go with the T codes only, because these T codes are no, better to remember these T codes, simple T codes only. Okay. First one, define access sequence OBYZ. OBYZ. Define access sequence OBYZ. OBYZ. Sorry. Within this single T code, we can get condition types, access sequence, and also procedure. Okay. So better to remember this T code. First one is access sequence. It is a cross client. Cross client means there is separate concept for cross client. Okay, I'll explain that cross client later. Press enter. SAP has given access sequence as MWST. It's a standard access sequence for tax calculation. In this MWST, we have access that is 003. 003 is the access sequence. Select this, go to the fields. In our system, we are going to calculate taxes based on country and tax code combination. This is the combination, country and tax code combination. Okay. So in this country with this tax code, if you are getting tax code of 0% means 0% will be calculated. Tax code of 3% means 3% will be calculated. 5% means 5% will be calculated. So for each and every percentage, I am going to create tax code. Later I'll show you. This is combination. What combination we are using? Country and tax code. We can even maintain multiple combinations like vendor group combination. ఈ కంట్రీలో ఈ వెండర్ గ్రూప్ వచ్చినప్పుడు ఈ ట్యాక్స్ కోడ్ రావాలి. Like that also we can specify the combinations like in this country with this vendor group or with this material group, this should be the tax code. We can maintain the combinations also. That is different case study. This is the happy path. I can say happy path means good to learn, easy to learn. Once you understand the concept, then you can play whatever you want. Okay, so this is the combination tax code and country and tax code. It's an interview question also. What is access sequence? It is used as a combination for tax calculation. So I am using MWST here. Next one will be go back. Once again, go back. Condition types. Define condition types. OBYZ only. I have three conditions: CGST, SGST, IGST. And these three conditions are for input. Input. For these three conditions, I will create three condition types in SAP system with the help of same T code. It is used for these are all conditions, everything is for taxes only. Okay. Click on condition types. My recommendation, don't create new condition types. Take whatever available like this input CGST, SGST, IG. This also you can use in your system, whatever available, you can use it. But I will show you how to create also. Our company code is 22, right? New entries B22A, input CGST, access sequence MWST, condition class, keep it as taxes, calculation type, take it as percentage. Enter, save. Okay. This is the taxes. This is the percentage. Next. These two are standard only. Just take it as it is. Best way is select this, copy, create it as SGST. B, SGST. Simple. Once again, select this, copy, make it as C. This is for IGST. Like this, whatever tax conditions you want, tax types you wanted to create, you can create happily in the system. Okay, save. This is the condition types. B16A, sorry, B22A, B22B, B22C. Clear, right? Any questions you can post in the chat box or you can unmute and you can ask me. Next, third one. So we have three conditions. And in accounting, I wanted to post to the GL accounts. This tax amount should go to the GL accounts, right? If you wanted to post this to GL accounts, directly we cannot post to the GL accounts. We need to have create account keys. OBCN is the T code for account keys. Better to go with this T codes only. OBCN. New entries 22A input CGST. Tax type is input. Posting indicator is separate line. I want to post my taxes into separate line. So I'm taking 2. Enter, save. Okay, it's a 3 digits. The limitation is only 3 digits. So I'm taking 22A because it is representing our company code. One more next entry. You can even copy by going back, but I'm creating it here. If we are copying this step, you are getting some issues while posting. So just create it directly without copying. Input SGST, tax type 2, posting indicator also 2. Save. 22C, input IGST 212. That's it. So we have completed 23. We have completed again as these three conditions. We have completed 22A, 22B, 22C. These are the three conditions, account keys. These are the three conditions. These are the three account keys. Fourth one. Next, coming to the fourth one. Create GL accounts for GST for taxes posting or GST posting. GL accounts will be always in FS00. I have three conditions, three account keys, three GL accounts. GL accounts, now the question, GL account is an expense, income or balance sheet. GL accounts is a balance sheet item. And B022. Coming to this GL accounts, I wanted to create taxes GLs under assets. Generally, We will in the real time also will be creating under assets only. But in assets, we can keep separate group as taxes, but we are creating under this normal group of assets only. I'll create like 200, 400, B022. This is an asset, balance sheet, input, CGST, input CGST, control data, line item display, 002, normal only. I don't want any foreign valuation, so I'm keeping it in the local currency only. Create bank interest, G041. My recommendation is to take this G041, so you will not get any mandatory fields while posting. This is especially for taxes. You can use G001 also, no problem, but this is my recommendation. Click on post automatically. The taxes should be posted automatically. Okay, save. This is the input CGST. Copy, make it as 410. Input SGST. Next, 420. Make it as IGST. Save. Okay, so these are the GL accounts we have created. Got it right? Next, fifth one, assign GL accounts for GST postings or for account keys. OB40 is the T code. It's all in the drive. You can see the document also. So what we have to do, we have three account keys like this. We have to map our GL accounts for each account keys. That mapping we have to do. So I will go to OB40 22A, double click B022, enter, save. First you have to save. Next go to posting keys 40, 50. Again you have to save. Two times save. Next go to the accounts. Now map the account 200, 400. I am telling to SAP, whenever CGST is getting calculated, that CGST should go to this GL account. That's what I'm telling to SAP. We are mapping in SAP like this. Okay. Next, go back 22B, first save, posting keys 40, 50, save. Now go to accounts. Accounts will be 200, 420. Oh, sorry, 10. SGST is done. One more IGST, same process. Save, posting keys 40, 50, save, accounts 420. Hope you are clear. So this is how we are mapping in our system. Mapping is done. Next, most important configuration, that is define tax procedure. Procedure means, okay, when you are getting CGST, what should be the account key? Okay, when you are getting CGST, what should be the account key? That we have to maintain in the procedure. And one more thing, on what the CGST should be calculated on inventory account. Inventory is the base amount. Base amount is inventory. This is the tax amount. Okay. So the entire setup we have to do in this tax procedure. Don't worry, you may get a little bit confused. I'll make it easy while doing configuration. O, B, Y, Z only procedure. There are so many procedures. Normally, SAP would be given each country wise one procedure, but it is better to create new one. New entries. B022 is our company code. I am adding IN to it, India. India GST procedure. Save. Select the procedure, go to control, new entry. Step is 100. Condition type BISB. This is representing the base amount. I'll tell you, don't worry, why 100 I have taken. Calculation type 362. This is for calculating base amount. This line is the default line you have to design, you have to maintain in your system. This line will represent automatically your base amount. Either it can be on inventory, it can be on services, whatever the account. The base amount will be represented with this step 100. You can even keep step 1, but better to go with 100. 110. So second step, CGST. So I can CGST, this is the CGST. CGST will be calculated on base amount. Where is base amount? Base amount is in 100. So CGST should be calculated on 100. Step 100. Amount we don't know. We'll see in the transaction. Transaction level, it can be 10,000 or 1 lakh, 2 lakhs, 5 lakhs. That will be coming in transaction. Here we are defining the procedure. దేనిపైన నేను calculate చేయాలి, on what I need to calculate. So input CGST will be calculated on base amount and it will be posted to account key 22A. Input CGST will be calculated on base amount and that will be posted to this account key 22A. Next, 120, B22B, 100, 100, 22B, 130, B22C. This is also from 100 to 100, 22C. Save. Okay. Okay. Why this three? It's a standard 362. This is if you take 362, the calculation will be on base amount. So there are some formula given in this 362. Please use standard 362. Don't worry about it. There are so many condition types on net value, on initial price. There are so many things. Just to go with 362. There is a backend some logic behind this, which will represent your base amount. Okay, save. Go back. Our procedure is B022IN. Now this procedure, assign procedure for procedure in country. Assign procedure in country. 1 second, please don't mind. This I'll keep it here. And OBYZ is the T code. OBBG is the T code for procedure in country. Our country is India. Our procedure is B022IN. This is our procedure. 362 formula, it is already created by SAP. We no need to create anything. Okay. Yeah. Assign procedure in country. Okay. Go to OBBG, position India, B022IN is our procedure. Assign the procedure, save. Assign the procedure, save. Go back. Next. Master data setup. First one, create. Okay. Uh, Activate tax indicator in base GL accounts. FS00. Whatever the GL accounts are liable for tax calculation, taxes will be on inventory. Generally, taxes will be on inventory only. So this GL account, if you want to calculate taxes, go to change, select this tax category as store, and also select post without tax allowed. These two things you have to select. Then SAP will consider this is the base amount with the help of BASB condition, with the help of 362 account calculation type. So SAP will understand this logic automatically. Enter, save, enter. If you want to activate for rent, general services also, you can activate. Okay. This is one master data. Second one, create tax codes. What is the T code for tax code? FTXP. So we have so many taxes 0, 3, 5, 12, 18, 28. But I'll create only 2 or 3 example. 0 I'll create. 5 I'll create within state. And also 5 I'll create for between the states. Okay. This two I'll try to create. Go back. FTXP. Country. Tax code V0. I'll start V for input, A for output. You can take any combination. This is general recommended combination. Input, input, sorry, 0% input GST. This is the description I'm giving. Tax type is for V. V is for input. Enter. Here 0%, right? At least at one condition level, you have to maintain 0. Save. Next V1. V1 5% input GST in bracket 2.5% CGST and 2.5% SGST. This is how I am maintaining. Tax type will be V. V for input. 2.5, 2.5. Save. Same way you can maintain multiple V1, V2, V3, V4, V5, 12%, 18%, 28%. You can maintain. Integrated, I'll take I1, 5% input GST, 5% input IGST. There is nothing, this bracket is not required. Total going to the IGST, V. Here you have to maintain 5% totally. Save, simple. Next one, testing. In transaction data, we can do this testing. Post vendor invoice with GST FB 60. Post vendor invoice with GST FB 60. FB 60. Company code is B022. Give me 1 minute. I'll tell this option later. Don't worry. So take the vendor. Vendor will be Reliance Industries Limited. 22.01.2026. Invoice 1. Amount. I am doing this inventory. I am purchasing inventory for 1 lakh rupees. Since we have activated this GL account tax indicator, we are getting this warning message saying that you have activated taxes, so kindly use the taxes. This tax code will be V1. I am taking V1. If you don't know, check from the drop down. V1. Now click on this calculate taxes. Automatically it is showing 1,05,000 rupees. Copy this amount, keep it here. Now go to simulate button. This is the value. This is the vendor, inventory, CGST, SGST values. I'll post it. And one more, I'll take IGST. IGST means I1 I have to take. I1. Calculate tax. Take total value. 1,05,000. Simulate. This is the Reliance Industries. This is the inventory value. This is the IGST value. And I will try to post. Display. If you observe here, based on your tax code, your GL accounts and your calculation, everything is coming automatically. Till tax code creation is consultant responsibility. Selecting proper tax code and posting in the system is end user responsibility. If end user is doing mistake, instead of IGST fee is taking other tax code means that is not our mistake. That is end user mistake. They can do reversal. They can correct it. That will be taken care by end user. As a consultant, your responsibility is to make sure your SAP is calculating correctly. Sometimes in real time, what happen? Some mistakes will happen during testing. We'll identify. For CGST, they will map SGST GL account. The mapping will be wrong. If mapping is wrong, means accounting will go wrong. Then that is our responsibility, consultant responsibility. Okay. One more thing I would like to tell you, that is included GST. You go to this editing option, remove this, calculate taxes on net amount, vendor amount, including GST. Amount is 1 lakh, 200,100, 1 lakh, V1. Now calculate taxes. Click on simulate button. If you see here, the taxes are calculating within this 1 lakh value of inventory. This is called included. When you are going to a shop buying a mobile phone means they will say 1 lakh rupees. If you pay 1 lakh rupees, the taxes will be within that only. That is called included scenario. Okay. MRP included taxes. This is that scenario. Okay. Hope you are good. Thank you. So please test this in your system by tomorrow. Everybody should be comfortable. It's very small topic. There is no difficulty, but first time you may not able to do it. You will not be 100%. You may understand the process and concept, but it will not come to your mind entire thing. At least 5 times, 10 times you have to do. Then only you will recognize which step, where it is impacting. Without doing minimum 5 to 10 times, you will never understand SAP. Only the few people, very limited people, like percentage of people, only 5%, 10% of people only, they will understand SAP in one time. First by listening or by doing only one company code. But 90% of people, SAP itself like that. If you do, I'm not asking you to by heart something. I'm not asking you to read or write something. I'm just asking you to see and practice in your system. That will automatically, it will store in your mind without knowing. Okay. So all the best, team. So kindly complete this by tomorrow. We'll start TDS tomorrow. Okay. I have one question here from Manoj. If the taxes are changing, okay. If the taxes are changing, suppose from next year, IGST taxes are like 5.5%. If you change here, that will not reflect your old invoices. The question here is, if I change the tax rates, will it impact the old invoices? Means old invoices, it will not impact because it is already posted. Okay.